Your birth family gives you the building blocks of your identity. When it's safe to live in the family home, this is the best place for a child to be. It's where they can soak up the culture, customs, and connections that give them a sense of purpose and belonging. When a child is placed in out-of-home care, it's important to work towards their restoration, as long as their safety is not at risk. So what exactly is restoration? Restoration, or reunification, is the planned process of safely returning a child in out-of-home care to their birth family. Child Protection Services work with the child's birth family to address the issues that resulted in the child being removed. If these problems are resolved, the child may be able to return home. Decisions about whether a child will be restored can be made by the New South Wales Department of Family and Community Services, the Out-of-Home Care Agency, or by Children's Court Order. Return to family requires a restoration plan which is developed in collaboration with the child, birth parents, carers, agency, and people who play a significant role in the child's life. When constructing a restoration plan, a caseworker will gather information about the child or young person in your care. The caseworker will consider whether it's best for the child to maintain or change schools, how best to continue the child's involvement in sporting teams, hobbies and interests, maintaining the child's special friendships, ensuring favourite toys or belongings are transferred with the child, and ensuring the child's cultural and health needs continue to be met. The restoration plan provides early intervention for the birth family. By providing parents access to the support services they need, they can get back on track and work towards providing a safe home for their children. The plan will state what changes need to be made in the birth home in order for the child to return home. If they're old enough to voice their opinion, the child's feelings about returning home are taken into account. The plan provides continuity of care for the child and takes steps to maintain important relationships with family and friends. The process of restoration is different for each family. Some children are restored in a matter of weeks after their placement in out-of-home care, but for others the process is longer. Restoration plans should outline how long the restoration process is expected to take. These timelines are formulated by caseworkers, agency staff and clinical staff including psychologists. If restoration process is not progressing as expected, it may be necessary for your caseworker to review the plan and make some adjustments. This may mean altering the contact arrangements or engaging different services to support the child or the birth family. You can always talk to your caseworker about how changes to the restoration plan will impact on you or the child in your care. Sometimes children can never be restored to their birth parents. This could be because the parents have been convicted of the death of another child, because they have chronically neglected their children, or because attempts to resolve concerns have failed. Children will never be restored to a household where they have been subjected to sexual abuse and the perpetrator is still in the home. Having nurtured the children in your care, it is natural for foster carers to want to maintain contact with children after they have been restored to their birth families. This is not always possible. The decision about whether carers can remain in contact with children is made by the caseworker and depends on the age of the child and how they are adjusting to life with their birth family. Plans for foster carer contact are laid out in the Children's Restoration Plan, but arrangements may be adjusted according to the needs of the child. Decisions about contact always prioritise the best interests of the child in making their return to family as smooth as possible. Foster carers must remember that the care they provide is essential but also temporary. Carers play an important role in helping children connect with their birth families in preparation for restoration. Restoration is more likely to be a better experience for the child if the carer is supportive of this process. So what can you do to support the child's transition home? You can prepare, calm and comfort the child before and after contact visits. Transport the child to and from contact visits and, if appropriate, stay to support the child. Have a plan for what you're going to say to the child if contact visits don't go smoothly or the birth family doesn't attend. This can be confusing and hurtful for the child, and you can provide comfort by having some age-appropriate words prepared. Carers give generously of themselves when supporting children in out-of-home care and, along with responsibilities, they also have rights that protect them and their families. Carers have a right to be consulted and involved in the restoration process, and they are entitled to have their family commitments considered when asked to facilitate restoration. Carers have a right to be given timeframes and reasons for restoration plans and to know what kind of contact has been approved, with whom, and whether it is supervised or unsupervised. If you aren't satisfied with restoration arrangements, carers can request an independent attachment assessment or a review of decision from the agency or family and community services. When your foster child is restored, adjusting to life without them can be difficult. Carers tell us that seeing the positive effects of restoration on children eases their feelings of loss. Jill, experienced carer: we should never be judgmental of the birth family. I am so happy for the child. It is the most wonderful thing to know that they are returning home. Irene, carer of 2 siblings: my job is to care for, love and nurture the children, but they are going to return home. That's what foster care is all about. John, short-term carer: it's hard, it hurts, we get upset and we get ready for another child. It's important that you look after yourself when a child is restored. Allow yourself the freedom to go through the grief and loss process. Remember that your family may be feeling the loss of the child too, so spending some special time with them can be helpful. Remember not to rush to take another child into your care, and if you're having a hard time, remember that you're not alone. You can talk to your caseworker or call Connecting Carers 24-hour hotline. We're here to help and support you. Call 1300 794 653. Again, 1300 794 653.